Hearty shalom to you. Jeffrey Seif here with another edition of DeSeifering Our World. Of course, the word deciphering is a cute play on my name. The word deciphering, we know it as analysis, interpreting, looking at the news behind the news, trying to understand an event. And in Deciphering Our World, I'm afforded the opportunity to speak or to vent or whatever. Let me just say here at the outset, rather than me just pick an issue and pontificate, if you have a question, reach out to us and see if I can respond to some viewer mail. I'm happy to do that. But I'll tell you, when I was reflecting on what I wanted to do with this segment of deciphering, I wanted to speak to, for, and about the means by which I decipher. The question is, how do you come to terms with something? What do I mean by that, and why do I think that's important? We live in a world today where you hear, oh, did you hear about this scandal? Did you hear about this? Did you hear about that? Oh, this is what's happening at Daystar. This is what happened to this pastor. Look at Donald Trump this, Joe Biden that. And people are making determinations. They're deciphering based on sound bites in news media. I want to ask you the question rhetorically. Do you think that's the right place to get principal information to decide on a matter? Personally, I don't. I was a police officer for 23 years. Someone asked me how many guilty people I took to jail. I said, absolutely none. What do you mean by that, Jeffrey? Well, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. If I put handcuffs on someone, it's because I had probable cause. That is, I had reason to believe that a particular crime was committed and that person was responsible for it. That's how I saw it on the street. They have the opportunity to go to court and tell their side of the story. And you know what? The police don't always get it right. And guess what? Neither do we. But we certainly don't even stand a good chance at getting it right if all we're relying on is gossip. Gossip. When people do wrong, I think people should be held accountable for what they do. That's doubly true for ministers, quite frankly. We open up a Bible, we really need to be held to a higher standard. But in terms of standards, I believe in standards of evidence as well. And for a season, I served as a criminal justice professor. And I taught a course on criminal evidence. What are the mechanisms by which evidence is brought forth to the light for examination? You know, I had opportunity to do that, to look at issues associated with that. I think that judgment should be held in reserve until such time as all the information is brought out. So in Deciphering Our World, here's what I want to commend you with all this, so it doesn't just sound like a lot of intellectual double talk or meaningless jargon. At the end of the day, as we make our way through life, we have to make judgments about people and circumstance. We do. Something inside of us is going to say, we need to stay clear of this person, keep a distance from that. It's imprudent to not do that. You don't want to surrender your critical apparatus. But in terms of ultimate judgment on people and circumstances, don't weigh in with the absence of having the right information in front of you, because then you do not have the right, ultimately, to decipher your world. Thank you. Jeffrey Seif, and I support this opinion. I came up with it all by myself.